Do you dream of earning millions that come to you without too much effort? If so, today is the day that your dreams are destined to come true. In this video, you will learn all of the financial secrets and tricks of finance described by Benjamin Franklin. So, let's get started. Did you know that Benjamin Franklin ended up on the largest money bill not only because he signed the United States Declaration of Independence, but also because of his books on wealth and success? If so, this is why. If you dream of earning millions that come to you without too much effort, today, be alert and watch this video till the end. And do not miss a single second, as no one knows which tips may help you the most. Because his guidance has helped millionaires like Warren Buffett and Richard Branson, both of whom have stated numerous times in interviews that maybe you will be next. Simply by pressing the subscribe button, you can become a member of the Club Future with Finance. Benjamin Franklin combined several proverbs about wealth and success from his annual Poor Richard's Almanac, which he wrote for 25 years under the pseudonym Richard Saunders. The resulting essay was published as a preface to the 1758 Almanac and was later called The Way to Wealth. It has been reprinted in more than 100 languages. Today, people deal with poverty by not allowing it to multiply. Describing Benjamin Franklin's writing, what does the path to wealth mean? If a man does not know how to keep what he has earned, he may work all his life without rest and die without keeping even a 4-pence coin the rich table leaves a meager bequest. If you want to be rich, you should think about saving as much as you think about earning. While rich people focus on earning, they typically have at least 3 sources of income. Wealth is also defined by saving and investing. As Ramit Sethi writes in his bestseller, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Franklin gained this understanding about wealth from a story that occurred to him when he was a child. Benjamin did not even try to lower the price, but instead simply paid the amount named by the neighbor boy. This purchase gave Franklin great pleasure, and he never parted with his whistle and whistled it non-stop. However, his loved ones did not find his purchase, as managing your finances has a lot more to do with your psychology and the way you think than you might initially realize. The wealthy have a mindset that is distinct from that of the middle class. For example, the wealthy do not worry about the future because they are so focused on amassing wealth. The wealthy also have no regrets about the past and regard money as a friend. The path to wealth begins with changing the way we think about making money, according to millionaire Steve Siebold, who made his fortune through his own efforts. Let us be clear once and for all that anyone can become wealthy. If you want to stand out from the crowd, start with your mentality. Stop being lazy, become less proud, and more intelligent. Get rid of the things that are worth more than the money that goes to the IRS. Laziness makes everything hard, and diligence makes it harder. Whoever goes to bed early and gets up early is always healthy rich, and smart success did not come to Franklin overnight either. It took him a decade to go from vagabond and apprentice in many London print shops, where he did the dirty work of the bosses, to opening his store and turning it into a profitable business. Enjoying the video so far? Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. That will surely help the channel a lot. Those who get up late, run through the day and barely finish their work by night, while laziness weaves so slowly that poverty soon catches up with them. Benjamin even saw his work as entrepreneurial. The more he worked, the more he was able to learn, and his dedication ensured that he would advance in his job, which led to a rise in his compensation. People who are wealthy and successful tend to put in longer hours of work, and they do not mind doing so. Thomas Corley spent 5 years researching the lives of 177 millionaires and came to the conclusion that 86 of the wealthy work an average of 50 hours a week, or even more. However, only 6% of those surveyed are dissatisfied with the amount of work they do. And the majority of wealthy people make use of the extra time in the early morning. In the Corley research, around 50% of the millionaires who earned their wealth by their own hard work got up 3 hours before the start of work. You could assume that a little bit of tea or punch every now and then would be okay than food that is more pricey. The cost of fancier clothes and a little bit of entertainment will not make much of a dent in your bank account. But keep in mind that even the smallest savings can add up to significant sums. Watch out for insignificant costs. Even a small hole can cause a large ship to sink. And before you realize it, you owe yourself millions of dollars. The financial consultant, David Bach, recommends writing down all expenses for at least a week to determine where you can cut back. Once you have determined where you can cut back, put the money that you save on those unnecessary daily expenses into a savings or investment account, and over time, it will turn into a decent amount. The reason that this simple concept is so important is that if you make yourself believe that you can find an extra $100 a day to put into savings account, you will be more likely to do so. Franklin states that if you want to be wealthy, you need to have some luck. The good news is that anyone can achieve success on their own. And that is precisely what wealthy people do. If you want luck to come into your life, you need to get used to being persistent, especially in the face of adversity and failure. The single most important factor in determining your own good fortune is tenacity. Those that fight for their rights are the ones who are fortunate. The desire to be wealthy is not what makes a person wealthy. Rather, it is the power that must be used in order to become wealthy. The principles that Benjamin Franklin outlined back then make up the ideal recipe for financial success in today's world. It is true that you will need to put in some work, but if you are serious about achieving your goal of owning millions of dollars, your desire is the primary source of power that will help you triumph over any and all challenges that stand in your way. In addition, it has been demonstrated that the key to all of our successes lies in overcoming challenges. The more difficult the challenge, the more satisfying it is to triumph over ourselves. Laziness false perspective on the universe and mentalities. If you have these skills, you will accomplish more in a week than you would in a year if you did not have them. And this was the primary channel for discussing financial matters. That's all for this video. If you are new to this channel and want to have daily videos related to finance and money management skills, do consider like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.